Hi everyone, Peter here, the founder of Realpolish website. You are curious, probably you are curious why I'm speaking English right now, because you want to learn Polish here. So I want to show how I make mistakes in English. I don't afraid making mistakes. So in this video I wanna encourage you to make mistakes. Mistakes are normal. It's not something unusual. Everybody make mistakes, especially when we are learning new language. English is not my mother tongue. Polish is my mother tongue, and even in Polish I make mistakes, so it's nothing special. I don't afraid making mistakes because I know that I'm just a learner like you. I'm just a learner of English, I'm just a learner of Spanish, and English is not my first language. Of course, Polish is my first language, so I speak Polish better than English, but you can still, I hope, understand what I'm talking about. So I'm here to encourage you to start speaking Polish. Of course, if you at the beginning, take your time, don't stress yourself. You don't have to upfront speak in Polish because you can lose your motivation. At the beginning, my method is listen a lot, as much as you can. But after some time, you will feel deep in your guts that you want to speak, and you will start speak like a child. At the beginning they're not speaking, but they understand a lot, and then someday they start speaking. And the same is with us adults. So I encourage you to make mistakes, speak Polish, put your camera on and record yourself and speak Polish. Don't afraid making mistakes. People know that that Polish is not your first language, and anyone will think that you are stupid or something, that your accent is not perfect. My accent is not perfect in English and in Spanish, of course. And who cares? And my story is like others. I was learning English at school, but after 5 years maybe, I was not able to speak English at all. I know something about grammar, about making tests, and I was not able to understand people. I was not able to speak any language, any English, and I was 43 or 4. I was 44 when I thought, you have to make something in order to learn English. There is a lot really interesting stuff in English, and you are not able to use it. So I started listening to podcasts, listen to easy video in YouTube. I tried to find a method that fits for me, and I found a community in YouTube where people love languages and they speak about the methods, how they learn languages, and it was really interesting. It was so interesting for me that even I just forget that they speak in English, and I try to understand what they're talking about. And after some months, I realized that I forget about learning English, I tried to understand how they learn languages, and this content was so interesting for me that something switched deep in my mind that every day I can't wait when I start watching a new video about learning languages, and day after day, month after month, I just grow, and my English grow, and yeah. And after that, I bought a fantastic course by AJ Hogue. There were a lot of stories with questions and answers, and it works for me perfectly. I answered the questions, really easy questions, every day. I listen to them a lot every day, and I thought I have to make something similar in Polish because people want to learn Polish. People want to learn the language of the grandmothers or grandfathers, or the reasons are people have a lot of reasons to learn Polish. So I have to help them, and this method works great for me. So I thought I made up my mind to make something similar in Polish, and I've made 100 daily Polish stories with questions and answers. So if you are interested in learning Polish, if you want to learn Polish, I encourage you to try it. People sending me message that they love them, so I guess they are really, really, really helpful to learn Polish. And right now I'm learning Spanish, and I'm using Oscar's Spanish stories. It's really great. So if you want learn Polish the same way I'm learning English, just try my daily Polish stories, try my podcast, listen to them a lot. Every day you have to use language, not thinking about learning. Forget about grammar. It's not school, it's not about tests, it's not about grammar. Language is about communication, about a culture, about giving a message. So mistakes are not so important. We not learn here grammar or preparing to making a test. The message is important. What I'm trying to explain is important. So if I don't know how to tell something, I can tell it other way, try to explain again and again and again. No one will kill me if I make some mistakes. So I encourage you, try make some mistakes in Polish. Is that easy? Listening a lot is the key of learning any language, I guess. It's the most important thing. So, if you want to learn Polish, I encourage you to listen a lot of Polish. You know, there's not only my side, there are a lot of other resources when you can start learning Polish. Okay? So, I hope I encourage you to learn Polish with me. It's not that hard as people are talking. I guess for me, Polish is really easy. I can speak Polish without thinking. Of course, yeah, it's my mother tongue. Yeah, I forget about it. But if I can learn English, if I can learn Spanish, why don't you learn Polish? It's the same. It's language like other languages. Okay, so go to my podcast, Realpolish.pl, listen a lot of Polish, and I promise you, you will speak Polish really fast. 6 months. 6 months, you will start speak Polish. Okay? So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.
Realpolish.pl, your Polish language online resource.
Za mikrofonem Piotr, to jest podcast Real Polish i jest to miejsce, gdzie możecie uczyć się ze mną języka polskiego.